All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023. Glad to be with you this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here on our YouTube channel, make sure to click that like button if you like these videos, subscribe if you want to see more of these videos in the future, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the videos of the future. So today, futures are green, kind of like the third day in a row. Good news is that the S&P is above 4,400. Dow is up 44 points. NASDAQ is green, 15,377. Dollar index is up 105.75. Let's see if we can stay below 106. Volatility index below 15 at 1472. The Russell is flat, 1739. 10-year Treasury yields pulling back, 4.556. Crude oil, 0.78%. Well, to 0.8. Lowest level since July 30th, I believe. 76.73 a barrel. $2.16 for gasoline futures. That's continued to go down. Gold futures, 1972. That's down slightly. Silver futures up 1.11%. Copper, $3.67. Let's see here. Euro dollar 106.75. That's down 24 pips. 150.88 for dollar yen, up 47 pips. 137.89 for the Canadian dollar. That's up 23 pips. 122.67, down 28 for pound dollar. And Bitcoin futures are down 1.44%. Not exactly helping my Mara position, I'll tell you that much. But we will go over that here in a second. 1901 for Ethereum. That's down nearly 1%. Good morning, all. Ryan says, good morning. Let me say thank you. I thank you yesterday for Apple calls went crazy. Yes. Let's go over that together. I'm going to see if I remember this exactly the level. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we were talking about that breakout here on the daily. We tagged the 100-day. 182.34 was our tag. Again, that was a signal sent out to our members. Pretty nice day yesterday. We do now have a 13 in a row streak, not just calls. We have some puts in there. We did the 182.50s. We got out for 38%. We signaled 38% to get out. Again, any reversals, we know the drill. Got as high as 170, but not in the money. They do expire this week. Just a reminder, guys. So it's a beautiful trade. I mean, if you're looking at it today, you're probably just using the 100-day MA as your stop, which is 181.59. About 10 cents from where we are, guys. But again, this is a breakout, and we have more to go. Again, so guys, you guys are not late. You got more. You got 190.59. That's your slight gap fill on the daily. That's going to be our target. So what do we need to do to get there? We need a sustained hold, a break above 182.34, and stay there. That's what we need. We need that to settle. So let's go and place an alert. Gives us an opportunity to trade it again. Again, away from where we are now, a little bit ways away. That'll clear the 100-day. That'll be a settlement above it. So hopefully on the daily. So if we play that, take a look at the 185s. Then we'll get the 185s. And if we continue to sustain to move from the 185s, we could do the 187.50s. We could do the 190s. So what we're trying to build here is a path, a trading path here. So we got Apple before, and we did this with Microsoft. We did this with DraftKings. So again, we're going to kind of do the same. We're going to build that momentum. We need to get to 182.34 when that does break, and we settle above that. That means we need a daily close above it. Then we could take a look at the 185. So we'll take an eye for that for possibly next week since it is Wednesday. But again, I will be watching very carefully. We can always move the risk to next week. Give us a little bit of time. Again, this is all volume dependent. So great trade on Apple. You're welcome, Ryan. Pindoria says, thank you for the analysis. You're very welcome. Yesterday was a great day. Can't really get too upset. We talked about Microsoft yesterday as well. Again, I've said that we're going to hit all-time highs around 366.78. Our calls are now in the money, those 360s that we took yesterday. And I do have a runner, so they are doing exceptionally well. Microsoft is outperforming. I mean, you can't really fight it. Amazon, I got in that with Masterclass. They're up about 23%. I got into the 145 calls yesterday for November 17th. And here was the chart, 141.65. Again, we're just targeting 145.17. We talked about how Masterclass does get extra trades. Yes, it's part of the service. A little more risk. Again, it was another added trade on top of what we had. And here's the spreadsheet for all the Masterclass members. Let's see if we can end the year maybe in the 85, 87% range. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Right around 80 now. So we definitely don't want an L. So if we can get Amazon today, we'll go ahead and move on. We'll let a runner run. Here is Amazon today, 142.71. It is up at 143.30. So masterclass, guys. If you're with me on this trade on Amazon, you can take it in the morning. First thing, it is up this morning. They are doing, Amazon is doing something great, actually. I thought that was interesting here. Amazon announced a new healthcare benefit program for Prime buyers for $9 a month, $99 a year. Quote, Prime members will get high quality, convenient care from One Medical, including 24/7 on-demand virtual care nationwide and easy to schedule office visits and any one of Medical's hundreds of locations across the US. So that means rest in peace, Teladoc. Amazon is basically going to take over our world. So that's why Amazon's up. So masterclass members, again, we are up this morning. I think we closed around 28% or 24% in terms of the day being closed. So, if you guys want to take it first thing this morning, more than likely I'm going to. Want to clean up some risk. I don't want just all calls everywhere because this is where the rug gets pulled out from under you sometimes. So again, masterclass, well done on that trade. Those are the 145 calls for next week on Amazon. Yeah, 28%. That was the high we got. I think we ended around 24. Worked on some interesting stuff yesterday. Kind of went full back office data analysis. Yes. So I went ahead and started looking back at our 2023 results this year in terms of premium options, not including Masterclass. I haven't done the UOA report. That I want to watch. The UOA report, I'm going to go ahead and look that up and see how well we've done with the unusual options activity. We don't have it as much signals as we did Masterclass, for example. So again, what we're trying to find is little things that we can clean up to get better and kind of take our approach moving forward of, okay, this didn't work, these stocks don't work, this works. Let's kind of stick with what works. So again, this is why I wrote, all right, team was doing a deep dive into our options trading this year. Check this out. I broke down the win-loss in terms of percentage. So let's kind of think of free throws, kind of the basketball analogy. Win-loss is very, it's very like sports. That's kind of the closest thing I could think of in terms of percentage free throws. So again, kind of easy to wrap your mind around it when it comes to trades, because if you just do base P&L, again, everyone has a different exit. Everyone has a different entry. I can't stop the whole market for everyone to get one entry. So what I focus on is, hey, have we been right more than we have been wrong? Let's just start with that. What's the percentage of time that we are correct in terms of a position and our target? So again, this is how we do in different weeks. NFP, the Fed, OPEX, holidays, which is like just 1 day off, 2 days off during the week, and our monthly quarterly averages. So again, NFP was one of our better trading days. So I don't know if you could see this here. It looks pretty small. Let me see if I can get that going. So I'll read it to you guys if you guys can see. Based on the bar chart, the best performing trades that we've had this year are the masterclass trades and days that we've had CPI, which is really interesting. Our average in terms of win-loss per quarter is right around 77%. The average per month is around 76% if we broke it down every 30 days on a calendar basis. Our year-to-date win-loss total in terms of win-loss, everything totality, every single trade, not including masterclass, is around 76%. So we kind of use that as our meeting point. And then we start looking at how we don't do well on certain days. For example, NFP, non-farm payroll, we're only right around 62% win-loss. So those are the kind of days we kind of want to skip trading. The next one is the short holidays, July 4th, Juneteenth, MLK Day, Memorial Day, New Year's Day, those kind of days, how they affect our trading. That's 66%. FOMC Day, when Powell speaks, 68% is while we're batting or shooting our free throws during that in terms of win-loss. These are trades, again, that were opened that week, not closed, open. And then again, OPEX 73, pretty respectable. But what I'm seeing from the data is that these kind of big market news making weeks, again, we're going to kind of have to slow it down a bit. But yet the CPI weeks, we do excellent. So not saying push the risk a little bit, but look for opportunities on those inflation report days, the CPI days. We have one in December. Let's go and take a look again. We talked about the best trades that we've had this year in terms of what stocks perform the best and what stocks don't. For example, AMD, another one that did pretty much perfect this year. Palantir, we've done well. Granted, we do have Palantir open now. Another one that has done well this year, let me see, DAL, which is Delta Airlines, Google, Tesla. We talked about these names. Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple, which we got Apple yesterday. So I did not add. Did I add that Apple? Yeah, I added that Apple. It is creeping up a little bit now in terms of the numbers. Again, I had to update the numbers for the last trades that we had. So again, now we have what weeks are good, what weeks aren't. When do we struggle? What stocks do we do well on? Which stocks do we don't? Here is another piece of data. This is the premium options had 15 weeks. So we've had so far 44 weeks of trading, 44 session weeks this year, 2023. 15 of those, guys, these bars here, 15 of those calendar weeks, we were undefeated. That's a percentage, 34% of the time that we trade options, we were perfect that week. That is excellent, but we can do more. Here's the breakdown. Q1 had 6 undefeated weeks, Q2 had 4, Q3 had 2, and then Q4, which we're still in, we're in November, already has 3. So we've already exceeded the amount of undefeated weeks just in the middle of Q2, not even in the middle of November yet. And we're just getting cooked up with seasonality. So again, how about this? 25 of the weeks that we've traded were 80% win-loss or above. 57% of the weeks that we traded were at least 80% win-loss. That's pretty great. 70% of the weeks, 17%, 17 out of the 44 weeks that we traded were below 70% win-loss. So again, that needs to be cleaned up. We want to focus on at least 80% every week. We want more undefeated weeks to prop up that ratio. How is this going to help? Well, it shows us that if we focus on the stocks that actually work for us, the AMDs, the Googles, the Amazons, the Palantirs, the Microsofts, those names, we tend to do better. Again, odds favor us because we tend to do better with these names. It's important to backtest these names and backtest all the data for this year to see how you're doing moving forward. And here's our last part. Here are the days, every single day that is traded. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Granted, there's holidays here and there. But again, if you look at this data, Wednesday is our best trading day. Interesting, that's usually when CPI is, and that's exactly when FOMC is. For some reason, Wednesdays we're shooting 82% on our win-loss. Fridays, that was pretty crazy. I thought Friday trading would actually be worse because we have over the weekend, but yet we do 80%. Mondays are the day that I definitely want to make sure we are not adding a ton of risk because we're only doing 70% there. How about Thursdays? Same thing. So now we can kind of schedule our weeks ahead of time where we say Monday, we're just going to observe, look at the charts, see how we close. Tuesday, maybe we start getting the ball rolling into Wednesday. Wednesday, we start closing out maybe. Thursday, we start watching. Friday, we start a new cycle. Maybe that's kind of how we can look at it moving forward. Again, numbers can be skewed as always as data starts incoming more since we start trading till the end of the year, obviously. When you also have stretched out time frames, again, the more we're trading, the longer the time goes because we're going to the end of the year. But again, this is as of November 7th. Wednesdays and Fridays, keep an eye. Mondays and Thursdays, take the day off. That's kind of what it tells me. All right, I know that was a ton of stuff. But again, this stuff is important, guys. I want to make sure that next year, my goal is 85% win-loss. I want every week to be undefeated. That's my bar. So if we don't get to that mark, we got to work harder. That's it. We got to be better. And how does that start off with? That starts with looking at the data and making sure that the mistakes we are making aren't bad habits. If we can remove those, I think we're definitely going to progress better as a team together. That's important. We're growing together. That's what we want here at GAR Capital. Whew, that was a lot of stuff. Top of the morning, let's take a look at Coinbase this morning. We talked about those Bitcoin proxies because I am in Mara, so I need coin to move higher. But coin is breaking out. If you take a look here, see 1, right, 2, 3 here. Tough to kind of trade here because I already have Mara, but I'm taking a look here on the daily, at least at the 95s. That wouldn't be a bad trade. Let's take a look at the hourly. See if you can break 90. If you can break 90, I think we can go for the 95s. The last time I traded Coinbase was with Masterclass. We really do Mara more. Let's take a look at Mara and see if that's affecting Coinbase. Yeah, it's down about 8 cents. Can I wait on this one? They report today, so let's see. Wednesdays are a good day, so let's see what happens on Mara. Maybe we get that run up into earnings, and then we get a chance to get out. Tesla thoughts. Yeah, Tesla, I'm still between two alerts, guys. Chop City until we get that break, either above 229, 229.21. Above that, we'll take a look at the 240s. Below 212.41, we're taking a look at the 200 puts. Let's take a look real quick, guys. If you remember yesterday, we wrote in our notes the names that we traded yesterday. So I don't know if, again, we talked about DraftKings, but yesterday, look at the names that we closed. Apple we got, and AMD we got. We wrote it down yesterday. The alerts. So again, above 180 on Apple, we targeted the 182.50 calls. We caught that. AMD above 113.39. Yep, right around there, right above that. That AMD, our target is 115. I think AMD has more. I think 116 is definitely coming into play on AMD. We went ahead and took the profits on that as well. Then we dropped a little bit. So again, if anyone is holding AMD, that's fine. I am too. I'm still holding that. I still think we go higher. But again, Palantir was the other one that we talked about. And I do have that trade open. Above 1910 is what we broke. And again, my target was the 20. Again, I'm just reading my handwritten notes, guys. All right, we got some questions here. Powell does not comment on outlook for Fed policy or economy. I told you Wednesdays are great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that info. And that's where we are, guys. I know there was a ton of stuff. Palantir I have open. Let's see if we break that 1919 level. Masterclass. We have Amazon. I'll make sure to update you guys as always on that. And I think that's where we're going. One more piece for the road. One more piece. I really wanted to show you guys. Let's go to the daily. QQQ, guys, is breaking out. Break 375. We may go. We might really go for a ride here. The problem is that you have a gap to fill at 357.57. Look at the trend line. QQQ is breaking out, just like you wrote it up. Hey, sometimes we get lucky, right? Just what is luck, guys? It's preparation meeting opportunity. So this is how you start preparing every single day. You have to be meticulous. You have to be detail oriented. You have to care about what you're doing. You have to care about where your money's going. So the statistics, the research, the back testing, that's what makes a difference. If you don't write down what you're doing, how do you know how far you've gone? We got to know this stuff. Very, very important. I know for next year, 2024, I will make it a point to add every single detail on our trades as much as we can. Whether the day of entry, meaning the exact, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have to go ahead and look at a calendar and do that data. As much as I could, maybe reversals and stuff like that, add more notes so it can really help us down the line. But I'll get a report out and trying to get as much as I can in terms of information that works for us. If there's anything you are interested in terms of data points of our trades, let me know. Some suggestions are always welcome. Again, between the hours of 9:30 to 4, I'm just staring at the screens, guys. Mara, let's take a look at it. Yeah, Mara reports after earnings, guys. So, reports after the bell today. So earnings are after the bell. We got to get above 933. That's your 50. The expectation is we're holding the 20-day. I expect us to go higher regardless. Again, just need Bitcoin to move a little higher. Coin is moving. So let's see what Mara does. Maybe we did have some volume. We've done very well with Mara this year. And again, it's always a grind. So let's wait and see, team. Let's wait and see. Have a great rest of your morning. I will catch you guys tomorrow on the next morning notes. And have a great rest of your Wednesday. Cheers.